viewers from around the world. Thank you for tuning in to the Taiwan Business and Trade Show webinar about the screws, fasteners, and auto parts industries in Taiwan. Taiwan's automotive and fastener industries have worked together to form one of the most complete supply chains, making Taiwan one of the top exporting nations in the world. This is evident as the 2019 export value for Taiwan's automotive parts reached $6.9 billion, while fastener products reached $4.3 billion. The primary export nations, USA, Japan, UK, Germany, Mexico, and China, are all top automobile producing nations in the world. In today's online seminar, renowned speakers and industrial analysts will report on the prospect and latest trends of Taiwan's screw and fastener industry, as well as the auto parts and accessories industry. Moreover, speakers representing the upcoming trade shows in Taiwan, including the Fasteners, Automotive, Hardware, and Metal Technology Expos, will also join us to provide the latest updates on Taiwan's world-leading trade shows. First, Cynthia Kiang, Director General of the Bureau of Foreign Trade, Ministry of Economic Affairs Taiwan, will deliver her welcoming remarks to kickstart today's virtual seminar.
Hello everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome you on behalf of the Bureau of Foreign Trade, Ministry of Economic Affairs to the Taiwan Business and Trade Show webinars. Because of this year's COVID-19, the movement of people from around the world has been restricted. This has significantly impacted the economy and the global MICE industry. Physical events have been either canceled or postponed. Consequently, facing uncertain future prospects, most businesses have adopted new business models, sped up the development of digital marketing, and held online events to create new business opportunities. During this webinar, we will share with you Taiwan's important industries to provide you with a better understanding of their potential and advantages. These include machinery, information and communication technologies, screws and fasteners, auto parts, green energy technology, food, and smart agriculture. We will also recommend to you some of Taiwan's renowned international exhibitions related to these industries. Welcome to participate and receive additional business opportunities. Taiwan's high-quality screw fastener and auto parts industries are favored by the global market. In 2019, Taiwan's fastener exports were valued at $4.5 billion, and Taiwan was the third largest export country of screws and fasteners. In terms of Taiwan's auto parts industry, it primarily consists of small and medium-sized enterprises with innovative and entrepreneurial spirit, as well as great flexibility. Their performance is especially impressive in the after-sales service market. In the global after-sales service market, our sales of headlights, bumpers, and sheet metal enjoy a very high global market share and thus demonstrate our competitive advantage. In the Taiwan Business and Trade Show webinar series, we will invite industry experts to share with you regarding Taiwan's industrial characteristics, the newest industrial information and potential future trends, and also introduce Taiwan's most renowned international exhibitions. In the post-pandemic era, we welcome you to visit Taiwan, attend our highly recommended exhibitions, and discover future business opportunities. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you very much.
Taiwan is renowned for over 60 years of fastener manufacturing history. With a total output of 4.3 billion in 2019, Taiwan's fastener industry has earned a global reputation as the kingdom of screws. The unique industrial cluster that synergizes every facet of fastener-related supply chain allows these products to gain great popularity throughout the world for their prompt delivery, excellent quality, and competitive functionality. The first speaker of the seminar, Christy Chi, Senior Industrial Analyst at the Industrial Research Section of the Metal Industry Research and Development Center Taiwan, will now give a presentation on the outlook of Taiwan's fastener industry.
Hi everyone, today's topic is Taiwan fastener industry market trend and 2020 outlooks. My name is Christy Chi. I'm Senior Analyst for Metal Industry Research and Development Center. Our headquarters is in Kaohsiung, and Taiwan's biggest cluster of fastener is also located here. Today I will talk about 3 things about Taiwan fastener industry. The first part is Taiwan current state of the global fastener industry. In this section, we will realize Taiwan's position of the global market. And the second part comes to the trend of Taiwan fastener industry, including some industrial characters, working population, and leading companies in Taiwan. And the third part, we will talk about 2020 outlooks. I will give some industrial opinions on US-China trade war and COVID-19. This part, we will discuss global view of recent trend of continents. Let's get started from the left side, United States. US President Donald Trump said, America first. He ignited the war which is tariff-driven. As we know, he wanna bring back the manufacturing job to the States. And in Europe, mergers and acquisitions are still keep running. In Russia, its ambitions in high-end industries such as aerospace and energy. In Asia, China, Taiwan, Japan, and Korea are looking for upgraded technology to be the king of OEM. And in Asian, Association of Southeast Asian Nations, foreign direct investment for years is a major engine of the growth for this area. And there's a global trend we must mention here, is Industry 4.0. Since 2011, when Industry 4.0 has entered the scene, national programs for its development and application in national industries have been launched around the world. We can regard it as digital transformation. And what the Big 8? In North America, it's USA. In EU, it's Germany, Italy, and France. And in Asia, China, Taiwan, Japan, and South Korea. These 8 major fastener industry countries account for 70% of the world production. Evolved with the history of the industry, we can divide it into 2 sections. One is highly skilled, and the second part is mass production contractors. Highly skilled means advanced countries, especially dominated by the United States, Germany, Japan, Switzerland, the Netherlands, Britain, and France. These advanced countries could able to produce aerospace, automotive, and special fasteners. Mass production contractor. It means emerging countries like China, Taiwan, South Korea, India, and Indonesia, and so on. They could be able to produce standard fasteners, especially mention Taiwan and South Korea. They have design capabilities and have gradually shifted from mass production to highly proficient technology, be able to challenge the fastener levels required by international car manufacturers or aircraft manufacturers. Taiwan fastener industry has 2 segments. One is OEM, accounting for 80%. The other one is MRO, accounting for 20%. In OEM segment, the quality, delivery time, and supporting service are demanding. Product and manufacturing processes are checked and accepted according to customer specifications. The benchmark products in this section including automotive bolts and nuts, and the key point is quality, R&D, and after-sales service. The other part is MRO. Most of them are assembled manually, and the quality and service requirements are relatively low. The benchmark products in this section are construction fasteners, DIY fasteners. The key points here is price-oriented, perfect competition. As mentioned, we have the biggest fastener cluster in southern part of Taiwan. Actually, we have 3. They are separately located in northern area, middle area, and southern area. Taiwan is export-oriented. We have 1,700 companies and 30,000 working populations. And the leading company in Taiwan fastener industry, we have Chunyu, Jinghe, Chaoyou, Juhen, Yingming, Sanxin, Bolton, Hsiao, Sumiko, Shide, Lida, Anchorfast, Antor, Rodex, Huaqi, Nafco, Fengdake, and Shikai. Taiwan is ranked as the 4th largest production base in the world, next to China, Germany, and the United States. Considering the quality, delivery time, and the price, I think we are the best. And our top 3 customers are the United States, Germany, and Japan. The output value of Taiwan fastener industry has maintained steady growth in recent years. In 2019, the output reached 1.546 million metric tons, and the export amount remained at 4.3 billion US dollar. We are talking about Porter's 5 forces for Taiwan fastener industry. We can notice there are 3 risk high, 1 risk medium, and 1 risk low. First of all, we are talking about 3 risk high. There are threat of new entrants, industrial rivalry, and bargaining power of buyers. In the section of bargaining power of buyers, e-commerce and cloud platform are very popular, and there are many manufacturers, so buyers have high bargaining power. For threat of new entrants, the low cost of production factors in emerging markets and mainland China pose a great threat to potential competitors. And for industry rivalry, domestic manufacturers are mostly small and medium size, so they have the same quality and same product in the meantime, so the competition is fierce. As for bargaining power of suppliers, there are many restrictions on the import of materials, and most of them rely on the supply of domestic steel mills, such as Zhonggang and Huaxin Lihua, while the fastener manufacturers in Taiwan adopt order-to-order production. The inventory cost is low, and the bargaining power is medium. Because fasteners are low in cost, and most existing industries still retain the existing design of fasteners, so the threat of substitute within 5 years is still low. That's for threat of substitutes. From MIC to MIT, after 20 years of investment outflow and industrial hollowing out of Taiwan, on the one hand, the US-China trade war has forced some Taiwanese companies in mainland China to transfer production back to Taiwan. On the other hand, Taiwan government has put forward the so-called Invest in Taiwan slogan to attract companies in China to return to Taiwan. So, Made in Taiwan, aka MIT, has received attention again. The second, mainland China workers currently earn 60% of the wages of Taiwanese workers. That means we can saving 40% in manpower. If it's assumed labor costs account for 1/4 of the total cost, the total savings will be 10%. That will be offset by the 15 to 30% tariff imposed by the United States on Chinese exports. According to the latest announcement by the Investment Taiwan office at the end of 2019, it has successfully attracted 278 Taiwanese companies back to Taiwan and to invest 833.2 billion NTD, creating more than 67,000 domestic employment opportunities. We're talking the final part, reflections on the fastener industry brought by the coronavirus epidemic. The fastener industry is generally affected very seriously. After checking the status of manufacturers, it found the manufacturers with strong orders account for less than 10%. There are roughly two situations here. The first one, competitive products like long screws for home repair and the precision screws for switch handle. And the second one situation is regional customers are less affected. For example, 5G in mainland China is still booming, and demand for semiconductor precision screw manufacturers are still growing. About 80% of most affected manufacturers can be divided into three kinds. The first one, output market tilt. That means more than 80% supply for a single customer. It will be severely affected by customer shutdown and weak global consumption. And the second, terminal demand shrinks. Affected by the weakness of the global machine tool industry, machine schools are weak. And the third situation is customer shutdown. The European and American manufacturing industries have almost completely shut down from March to June this year. So therefore, it's predicted that Taiwan fastener industry, which is mainly composed of automobile assembly and manufacturing schools, will face a sharp decline in 2020. Above is my presentation of Taiwan fastener industry. Thank you for listening.
The hand tool industry represents Taiwan's manufacturing prowess and is a major contributor to Taiwan's foreign reserves. Taiwan's hand tool manufacturers are recognized around the world for their ability to develop high-end professional products, flexibility to cater to the needs of small clients, and innovative spirit to engage in R&D endeavors. Coming up next, Hsiao, Director of Finance at the sHandTools Enterprise, will present his analysis of Taiwan's hand tool industry and the latest market trends.
Hi everyone, I'm Brent. I'm from sHandTools. Today I'm going to share the topic about the importance of the torque control for the hand tools, automotive parts, and the fastener industry. Today I'm going to tell something about the torque. Why the torque is so important? Torque is everywhere in our life. For example, today you open the door, you will apply torque. Today you are going to use a tool for fasteners, you will have torque. Today you drive the car, you will have the torque. So I will say the torque is everywhere. But why the torque is so important to us? because if you have a suitable torque or stable torque, it will keep you alive. For example, in the hand tool industry, we talk about lots about the torque. Because if today the quality of the tool is not so good, once you have the tools on your work, the tool will be broken. Like this slide, the wrench, maybe sometimes the wrench will be broken on the center of the handles, or sometimes will be broken on the top of the head. And the piece of the breakage will hurt you, because once you apply the torque, there will be force, and the small piece will fly away and maybe will hurt you or hurt somebody. So in the hand tool industry, we talk a lot about the torque, and a lot of makers were focusing on to increase the durability of the tools, ensure they can afford the big torque when you working. In the fastener industry, for example, in this slide, you will see there's a bolt which is already been broken. Why the torque is so important in this industry? Because for each fasteners, the bolts or the screws, they are going to be used on connection for two objects. So maybe in the airplane, you need to use a lot of screws to build up a plane. For the machine, for example, in the CNC machine, you are going to use a lot of screws. In other industry, you will use a lot of bolts and the screws to have a combination for the machine or the equipment. But today, if the quality of the bolts or the screws are very bad, once the worker have assembling work on the fasteners, and the bolts and the screws will be broken very easily, just like the picture on the screen. Once this happens, the bolts will affect the quality for the equipment when it's running. For example, today if you have a broken bolt on the airplane, it may occur some accident, and it will kill a lot of body. So that's why the torque is so important in this industry. So for the fastener makers, when they're making the screws and the bolts, they will pay a lot of attention on the quality, and they will use the tools or the equipment to measure if the bolt or the screws have the suitable torque. Okay, in the auto part, in this slide, it's like the wheel rings. And I give you some example about why it's so important for the auto parts. For example, in the wheel rings, you will use 5 bolts to fix the wheels. And today, if you have if you fasten the screw with too much torque, and the wheel ring the shape of the wheel ring will be changed. Usually, the wheel ring is wrong shape. And if you have too much torque on the screws, the screw will compress the wheel ring and make it to become the oval shape. And the oval shape will make the car not stable when you're driving. And maybe one day, the wheel ring will just fly away when you drive with a very high speed. So that's why the torque is so important for the auto part. After all, everything we care is about the safety. So that's why I'm going to tell you about the advantage of the torque control. The first thing is about the personal safety. Because with the good tools or good equipment for the torque control, you can help your worker or your user to avoid any possible dangers. That is very important because we care about the human being lives. The second one is the quality consistency. If you are the maker and you have an assembly line, of course you want everything, the product you make is with the same quality. And you need to use the tool to equipment to measure the quality or control the quality. So that's why it's important. The third one is the checkability. Because sometimes, in other words, for the insurance companies, they will ask the maker to give them the records when the product are made. If there are some accidents or there are suits, they need to ask you to show some evidence to make sure you have a very good quality product. So once you have these tools or equipment which can help to make some records, and then you can show those evidence to them. The final one, and it is the most important one, is the avoidance of damage to property. Because no matter today you are going to use the tools or use the fasteners on the machine or on the equipment, the first thing you need to keep aware of dangers. And the second one is you need to make sure the object you are going to fix, which should be correct and which should be okay. And if a wrong torque on the object, which will make the object have different shape or have a different quality, and the different quality will make you in danger. Okay, so right now I'm going to tell about the trends for these three industry in the future. The first thing is digitalized, because right now everyone want to see the number, want to see the values. So they need to use a tool or equipment which is digitalized. For example, in this slide, you can see there's one torque wrench which is digitalized. So we call this is a digital torque wrench. Use these tools. By using these tools, you will see the torque you just occurs on the object. For example, when you fix the ring, when you have the screws on the machine, you will see the torque. And the second one, everyone will want to see the number in the future. So which means they want these values is recordable. So today, once you have this digital torque wrench or the equipment which can make some records, so in the future, maybe one day you need to see the number to see what's going on when you produce these products, and then you can get this number from your system. The third one we just talked about is the checkable. So which means in the future you can check these numbers and give some number to the user or some people that need the numbers. And the last thing is measurable. Because today a lot of companies they want to see what quality of their products. So if today you have the torque wrench or you have the equipment which can measure the quality, and that would be very helpful to increase the level of quality for those makers. And in the future, for these three industries, they can increase their ability of producing the products, and at the same time, they can have a more competition power with maybe the China or India or Finland, because they increase their production ability. So today I'm going to tell you why the torque is so important, why the torque control is so important for this industry. Thank you.
In total, there are around 3,000 automotive-related companies in Taiwan. The small and medium-sized suppliers that form the bulk of Taiwan's supply chain make for a very flexible manufacturing ecosystem, which produces everything from lighting technology and heads-up displays to suspension systems, pressure detectors, brake systems, engine parts, and smart EV charging solutions. Our next speaker will be Chen, Senior Director of Noodoe Corporation. He will share with us his insights on smart auto accessories and, in particular, smart EV charging infrastructure for smart cities.
Hi everyone, you can see the big two words EV in the screen. EV, electric vehicles, is very popular today. but the problem is we have enough charging stations for the EV vehicles. My name is Chen. I'm from Noodoe Corporation, and I'm going to talk about smart EV infrastructure for smart cities. First, let's look at the EV market. Please see the chart in the left side. The global BEV sales in the first half year in 2019. The first one is China, goes up over 100% in 2018. Second is the United States. From the third to the sixth, they are Norway, Germany, France, and the Netherlands. They are all in Europe, so the top three EV markets are China, the United States, and Europe. I believe you should know the company Tesla. Now it's the EV leading company. However, there are many EV models will be launched from car manufacturers this year, like Benz EQC, Jaguar I-Pace, Audi e-tron, and the Porsche Taycan. Next 5 years, there will 350 EV models will be launched, and 120 million electric vehicles will be on the road by 2030. Next is the EV charger market. The number of charging points worldwide was about 5 million in the end of 2018, up 40% from the year before, and the most of this increase was in private charging points. So it's very important to push charging station installation for smart cities from the governments. Now I'm glad to introduce an excellent solution for EV chargers to you. That's Noodoe EV OS. Noodoe EV OS is an advanced cloud-based operating platform that fully automates. It works 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, charging service delivery. And it has a universal payment and intelligent energy management. For shopping malls, in the past, the cars looked for gas stations, but now every parking lot can be the charging stations. If you install Noodoe EV OS, the station owner can both charge the parking fee and the charging fee. Sounds very good, right? Noodoe EV OS is easy to use. You don't need to download any app. Just take your cell phone, scan the QR code from the charging machine, and choose the payment like Google Pay, Apple Pay, or use credit card. Then connect the plug to your car and it starts charging. For the station owners, there is nothing need to do, just watch the revenue be generated. Before, the guest may choose hotels considered to they have internet, Wi-Fi or not. Now EV guests are choosing their hotels based on whether they have EV chargers or not. The hotel staff can know each station real-time status by Noodoe EV OS platform. Like Station 1 is available, Station 2 is charging for 3 hours and 20 minutes. Station 3 is stopped, caused some issues. You may worry about your power panel cannot supply well for EV chargers, but Noodoe EV OS has load balancing function. It will help you solve this problem. Noodoe EV OS can let you deploy more stations using your existing electrical capacity. Avoid expensive upgrade cost. Before you only can have 5 stations. With loading balancing, you can have 10 stations now. For fleets, without Noodoe EV OS, each vehicle in your fleet starts charging as soon as it returns to the depot and plug into the EV charger. You can see the red and the yellow parts. Most of the vehicles charge in the peak and mid-peak hours. With Noodoe EV OS, it can analyze the rate offered by the utility company and reschedule the charging of the fleet at the lowest possible cost. The vehicles will be arranged to charge in the off-peak hours. For smart cities, Noodoe provides charging infrastructure for governments and energy companies to build eco-friendly smart cities. Noodoe EV OS, like the central brand, they run the entire EV charging network across multiple locations. Noodoe EV OS is automated. It's convenient to see all charges and manage the lots of EV chargers by the platform. In the platform, it's flexible to set the charging rate, like first 4 hours. Per hour charge $2, after per hour charge $4. For peak hour, the rate can be set higher. You can also set the days and the times for peak hour. Maybe you already have EV charging stations, or you are the manufacturer of EV chargers. If the chargers are certified by Noodoe, they can all work with Noodoe EV OS and start powerful operation. Noodoe also have its own app. The driver can find the near charging station and know the station status through the app. We are very proud and glad this year Noodoe EV OS got Taiwan Excellence Award. It means Noodoe EV OS is the best EV OS in Taiwan. These are some of our cases. There are more and more stations using Noodoe EV OS, like Hilton and Sheraton hotels. We're looking forward to seeing more partners join us to promote Noodoe EV OS. Next, let's watch the video of Noodoe EV OS.
Millions of electric vehicles will soon hit the roads and require EV charging. As the demand for EV charging accelerates, we're working towards a world where parking is charging. To accomplish this, we provide service automation solutions that transform your parking lots into hands-off revenue generators. Specifically, what makes us different is Noodoe EV OS, an advanced cloud-based operating platform that fully automates 24/7 service delivery, payment processing, and energy cost reduction. First, Noodoe EV OS automates every possible aspect of charging service delivery. There is practically nothing you need to do, except watch the automatic and continuous flow of revenue. Second, Noodoe automatically processes multiple payment types and relays the revenue directly from the customer right to your account. Even receiving money is automatic. Finally, our intelligent energy load balancing lets you deploy more stations using your existing electrical capacity. Load balancing also automatically computes and executes the optimal fleet charging strategy to minimize your energy costs. Noodoe EV OS supports a wide variety of business models, including shopping centers, hotels, workplaces, and smart cities. It can be further customized to meet your specific needs, and once implemented, gives you full control to centrally configure pricing, modify peak hours, monitor status, and supervise all your charging stations. Today's parking lots are tomorrow's charging stations. With Noodoe EV OS, you can transform your parking lots into revenue generators today for a greener world tomorrow.
If you would like to know more details, please go to noodoe.com. Thank you.
Taiwan's Fasteners and Auto Parts Trade Expos in 2020 and 2021 will be held in both physical and virtual formats to provide a platform where the industry has the opportunity to come together and allow business to continue during the pandemic. Next, Taiwan's primary trade show organizers will give us the latest updates on the upcoming Taiwan trade shows and how they are combining offline trade fairs with online showcases to connect buyers and exhibitors around the world. First, Brooke Lai from the Taiwan External Trade Development Council, Taitra, will talk about Taiwan International Fastener Show.
Hello everyone, my name is Brooke Lai from Taitra. It's my pleasure to give a brief introduction about Fastener Taiwan 2021. Fastener Taiwan is Asia's #2 and the world's #3 fastener trade show in Taiwan. It's the only international B2B trading platform for sourcing and procurement. I have divided my presentation into two parts. The first part, I would like to share the development status of Taiwan fastener industry. And then I would like to share the show profile of Fastener Taiwan 2021. The first part is Taiwan fastener industry. Start from 2014, the annual export value of Taiwan fastener products has exceeded 120 billion NT dollars. Among all the fastener products in Taiwan, 80% of products are exported to other countries. And in Taiwan, we have three major clusters. They are in the northern, middle, and southern part of Taiwan. And in Taiwan, we have many leading companies, such as we have Chen Group, Sanxin Fastech Corporation, Shifeng Group Corporation, and more. There are more than 1,600 fastener companies in Taiwan, and these are composed of highly integrated supply chain. The supply chain covers entire fastener manufacturing process from upstream to downstream, and this include screw forming, heat treatment, electroplating, packaging, and the transportation. In Taiwan, there are many leading companies. They are specialized in many different areas, such as medical use, automotive, and aerospace. For example, Zhiying is one of the largest furniture screw manufacturers in Taiwan, and QST International Corporation is the world-class manufacturers of automotive fastener and metal parts. And for Chen Corporation, is the company has developed titanium screws and entered the high-value added automotive, aerospace, biomedical, and other fields. On the whole, we can summarize that we have the 5 major strengths of Taiwan fastener industry. The first one, we have well-developed industry clusters, and we provide all-inclusive fastener products. We have customized capacity with strict quality control. And finally, we offer prompt delivery services to all the international buyers. The second part, I would like to share the show profile of Fastener Taiwan 2021. Fastener Taiwan is a biannual event. This year, influenced by the COVID-19, we have postponed our trade show to September 1st and 3rd in 2021 at Kaohsiung Exhibition Centers. And the exhibit areas we have the nuts, bolts, screw, and tools, fastener manufacturing equipment, meters and instruments, wire and raw materials, and last one is fastener tools. And here is the exhibit scale of Fastener Taiwan start from 2010. As you can see in the chart, the number of exhibitors, booth, visitors are constantly increasing. For the records of last edition in 2018, there are more than 400 exhibitors using more than 1,100 booths. The total overseas buyers are close to 2,200. And for the next year, we are expecting to have more than 430 exhibitors, and the total overseas buyer will reach 2,300. The last edition of Fastener Taiwan in 2018, the trade show attracted more than 8,600 overseas buyers from 73 countries. And the top 10 countries with the most number of international visitors are China, the USA, Japan, Korea, Vietnam, Thailand, Italy, Germany, Malaysia, and India. To help the stakeholders of our trade show have better connecting and networking with their TA, we host various events such as we have Global Fastener Summit, B2B procurement meetings, and one-on-one employment meetings. Besides, we also integrate digital marketing resources. That is, in the following month before the trade show, we will have webinar, online exhibition, online sourcing meetings. Summing up, Fastener Taiwan is Asia's #2 and the world's #3 fastener trade show. It combines display, forum, networking, and matchmakings. No matter you are interested buyer or exhibitors, we look forward to your participation at Fastener Taiwan 2021. You are welcome to check our official website for more up-to-date information, and thank you for your listening.
Next, Joanna Liang, on behalf of Taitra, will update us on the 3-in-1 Mega Expo, 2020 Taipei AMPA, Autotronics Taipei, and Motorcycle Taiwan.
Hi, I'm Joanna from Taitra, the marketing manager of Taipei AMPA Series Show. Today, I will give you an introduction of the Taipei AMPA Series Show. The 2020 AMPA Show will be held from October 21st to 24th at Nangang Exhibition Center, Hall 2, in Taipei, Taiwan. An estimated 100 exhibitors will showcase products across 130 exhibition booths. The 2020 AMPA 3-in-1 show will combine the most important aspects of the automotive industry into a single show, satisfying everyone's need in the automotive aftermarket. Primary Taipei AMPA exhibits include car parts and accessories, electric vehicles and parts, and smart transportation products. Autotronics Taipei include telematics and car electronic products and accessories. Motorcycle Taiwan will feature motorcycles, motorcycle parts, and cyclists' accessories. Highlights of the 2020 AMPA show include electrification, automation, and intellectualization. Electric vehicle and peripherals and intelligent transportation system and solution have been integrated into the exhibit areas, giving AMPA the exhibits for the present and future of the automotive industry. The latest automotive industry trend, ACES, short for autonomous, connected, electric, and shared services, will also be on display at this year's AMPA. Exhibits such as ADAS, Internet of Vehicle, and autonomous vehicles will be shown at AMPA. Exhibitors such as Noodoe, Fortune Electric, and Whiz will be some of our highlighted exhibitors. To combat the current travel restrictions, we will also hold a concurrent Taipei AMPA Digital Plus edition, providing overseas buyers the opportunity to interact with exhibitors, attend forums and product launch events, as well as participate in one-on-one procurement meetings virtually. Next, I will give you a sneak peek at the 2021 AMPA Series Show. The 2021 AMPA Series Show will be held from April 14 to 17 at Nangang Exhibition Center, Hall 1 and Hall 2 in Taipei, Taiwan. And highlights of 2021 AMPA Series shows will be, first, we'll integrate Motorcycle Taiwan into Taipei AMPA, which makes AMPA the only automobile and motorcycle parts and accessories show in the world, and will showcase more comprehensive products, making AMPA the top trading platform for automotive parts in Asia. Second, during quarantine time, reduced automobile usage has led to faster depreciation of auto parts. According to Research and Markets, the global automotive aftermarket expects a 4% growth, and Taiwan is the top car parts production nation in the world. Buyers from all over the world compete for car lights, bumpers, and many other aftermarket products. Taiwan's automotive parts make up 80% to 90% of the world's market, and for some, the quality of these replacement parts are even better than the originals. To cater to this transformation, we'll focus more on the aftermarket sector. Finally, with many countries on track to ban gasoline vehicles, electric vehicles will begin to take over the automotive market. And it's even more evident when the battery manufacturers based in South Korea, Japan, and China are now expanding to substantially increase capacity in the coming years. To cater to this trend, we'll emphasize more on the EV sector. So besides the virtual events mentioned earlier that we planned for 2020 AMPA Series Show, these events will also be planned for 2021 AMPA Series Show. And we will also introduce the first ever event for buyers to get a closer look at the exhibitors this year for 2021, which is the online tour. AMPA team and the filming crew will visit production plants, presenting a first-person perspective of everyday operations. The film will be played throughout AMPA's show, giving attendees the feel of being on the front line. So thank you for your attention. and we look forward to seeing you this October online and hopefully in person next April.
Lastly, Alexander Keim from Kaigo Company will introduce the Taiwan Hardware Show and International Metal Technology Taiwan.
Hi everyone, my name is Alexander Keim. I'm the representative of Kaigo, and today I will be sharing with you two exhibitions. The first one is International Metal Technology Taiwan, in short, IMT, and the second is THS, which stands for Taiwan Hardware Show. These two exhibitions are the only exhibitions in their respective industries in 2020. They will both be held in the Taichung International Exhibition Center on October 13th to the 15th. What you'll be able to find in these two exhibitions is first in THS, you can find tools and accessories, locks and fittings, fasteners and fittings, building supplies, garden and outdoor equipment, machines and plant equipment, automotive supplies, as well as safety equipment. And at IMT, you'll be able to find a variety of metal industry related categories, such as forging, welding, cutting, molding, heat treatment, foundry and metallurgy, metal materials, science and engineering, as well as industrial machinery. Next, let me start off with a little bit of information about Taiwan Hardware Show. As you may know, Taiwan is a world-class hardware manufacturing hub. There are a total of 8 product categories at THS, and Taiwan is an expert in all 8 of those product categories. You can find them all at the Taiwan Hardware Show. THS is also very strategically located in Taichung. The reason for that is because 1/5 of the entire world's hardware production is from Taiwan, and 70% of that 1/5 is from Taichung. This results THS in being a very, very easy place for everyone to find OEM, ODM, and OBM goods. THS also doesn't disregard innovation and quality. We have many exhibitors from that area who are winners of the Good Design Award, Red Dot Award, IF Design, Taiwan Excellence, as well as GMARK. Taiwan Hardware Show is also an area where you can have online business matchmaking. I will talk a little bit more about that later. The THS Industrial Forum is also very important, as this year, because of COVID-19, we have made our online business matchmaking and forums all online, through webinars and through one-on-one meetings. My next topic is International Metal Technology Taiwan. IMT is the only place in Taiwan where you can find the entire supply chain of the metal industry. From heat treatment to molding, it is all here in one place. You can learn from experts through our symposium when they discuss topics of advancement in technology. You'll be able to communicate with them online as well. We have never disregarded global publicity with our two exhibitions. We have many media partners from around the world, such as in the USA, Australia, Germany, France, Italy, Japan, Russia, and of course, Taiwan. Next, let me discuss a little bit more about our online business matchmaking program. It helps you connect with buyers around the world. Despite COVID-19, this year, during our two shows, you'll still be able to meet online buyers, and those buyers can communicate with exhibitors. If you have not had the chance to apply early enough, you can still view the exhibitor's information online through our website. This program is set to choose the right exhibitors for you and the right buyers for the exhibitors, and to make business connections with. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope that I can see you on October 13th to the 15th at the Taichung International Exhibition Center, whether it's physically or virtually. I hope to see you there. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to the Taiwan Business and Trade Show webinar about the screws, fasteners, and auto parts industries in Taiwan. For more information about the trade shows featured in this webinar, please click on the links in the video description down below. Please stay safe during the pandemic. Meanwhile, take advantage of Taitra's online webinars and trade shows to stay connected with the industry.